Well, good evening and welcome to Elliott Astro-Imaging. I am back and we have a pretty good show lined up. We have a double header for tonight. We have, let me just clear this out first, there we go. We got two objects in the first episode, which will be episode 38, which is right now. And we have the second one will be just one object. And the first objects for tonight will be what's called Bodes Nebulae, which is M81 and M82. And where they sit is right over here. M81 and M82. This is the northern ecliptic pole. We'll get rid of this over there. Alright. You got the Big Dipper, which sits right over here. And it sits just below that. Now we are going around the corner into right here. And then we're going to zoom in so this way you'll be able to see it. It is two galaxies. Why they call it Bodes Nebulae, I have not yet figured it out. We have Bodes Galaxy and we have the Cigar Galaxy, which are right here. What we're going to be imaging with the QHY9C is both of them. The center of the camera is right here. And with the Orion G3 is just going to be doing just the Cigar Galaxy because the sensor is so small. So we'll only be able to get one of the galaxies, and that's actually right here. So you see it right there. I just took a quick 12-second exposure just to see where it is. I got it pretty close. Not bad. And then this is what it looks like on both of them. Here, I'll get rid of the circle here. That's both of them right there. So the field of view for the Orion camera is right there. So I could move it down later on to get both of them and do a little mosaic for the both of them. Not worried about it. I can always get it another night. But this is an objects I have not imaged in probably 5 years. It's been a long time. The last time I imaged this was with the 600D, which is a Canon DSLR. And I used it with my 6-inch reflector. So it was a long time ago was the last time that I imaged this. So it's going to be interesting to see what we get tonight. After this, I'm going to go about maybe an hour and a half with this objects. And then we're going to go to the Crescent for the next episode. And we're going to get about an hour and a half to 2 hours with that one. So hopefully guiding shouldn't be too bad. We had a little problem beforehand. I could actually, where is it? Right here. The red cord that is for the Orion focuser, as you can see right there, snapped off. And it happened just before I was ready to set up. I got to resolder it. So, yeah, I don't know how it happened. I had the back on it, and I was wondering why it wasn't focusing. That is why. So, I had to focus this manually. And while I was getting this ready, I had to do it all. So, it took a little bit. So, that's why I'm a little late. 8 minutes. I know. I was even out here at 9:15. And I was still late. Go figure. So, just about good with the west step. And that was the other thing, too. With guiding, for some odd reason, it started to guide me without the calibration. In all the years I've ever done PhD, I have never had a thing where it automatically started guiding. Where you would just click the button and you would just see the green lines. So I don't know what its problem is tonight, but hopefully I got it as centered as I possibly could for the polar alignment, so we should be good, but I may take a look at it at midnight tonight when we're done with the first episode and redo this, because then we'll be on the other side of the northern meridian. As you can see, we're Bodes galaxies. They sit on the left side of the northern meridian, which is right here. So, yeah. So we're going to have to figure this out. We're going to have to go with a little bit of tinkering. But I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be alright tonight. So it's just going back on the west-east, and then it's going to do north-south, and hopefully guiding should be okay, where we should be able to take at least 10-minute exposures with this. The focus is good. I got it as good as I can get it. So, yeah, we'll just wait and see what we got. Okay, and we should be just about guiding. Okay, let's see where we are at for error. Could try that and see if that works. I can give that a shot. (2017) Try 840. Oh, well, did it again. We'll try 6 of them. And then browse 17 M81 Orion and go. Try that one at 840. Planner. And this one at 40, so 6, 7. I'm trying to think how many seconds I want to do this one. 780? Yeah, 780 seems to be fine, I guess. We'll try 780. We'll try 8 of these. Why not? Apparently you can't do M82Ms. Well, that's fine. Okay, so we'll start it. Alright, why not? Okay. 1 second exposures for guiding. I'll take that. 0.47. Okay. Alright. We'll see how this turns out. I'm hoping that it'll turn out well. Got the focus good on both of these. I did not get a minus violet filter for this one yet. So the bright stars are still going to look pretty out of color. But we'll see. And I'm still going to get a minus violet filter for this one too. A little bit of information on M81 and M82 while we're waiting. Same thing, okay. And we wait. And we'll be back when these images are done. So we will just wait and see. Not bad. I don't know where that one went. C 21 7. 77. Let's see. 1508. North America. Pelican. Man. I did it on July 12th. I can't remember when it was. There it is. That's North America. Western. Oh, it might be on the other computer. I don't see it anywhere. It's this year. Okay, still not bad. Alright, so this one's got about another 1.5 on the right, and this one's got about a minute. So they're going to finish at about the same time. So we're going to see what they look like. Hoping there's not too much drift. The one on the left is 13 minutes. The one on the right is 14 minutes. So these are the exposures that are for both of them. I put this one a little bit more of exposure time because this is a 70 millimeter macro lens, and this is an 80 millimeter apochromatic refractor. So that's why this one's just a little bit more. You won't see as much drift on this one than you would on the one on the left. So we got about less than a minute on this one, and this one's got about 45 seconds. And we should see what we got. What is guiding looking like? 0.6. I'm hoping it's going to be fine between the two. If it's a little bit of a drift, we may have to lower the exposure time on both of them, but we'll see. I changed the histogram a little bit on both of these because with the camera being open for so long, you're going to see a histogram being more color here, and this is going to be a wider here. So here we go. This one's going to finish first. Not bad. Not bad at all. It's a slight, and I mean oh so slight, this is out of focus. I mean just, oh, so barely out of focus, but that is not a bad image at all. That is really, really cool. Definitely really good on the right. That really is pretty awesome. And the one on the left, see how this one turned out. See how the stars turned out too. That's what I want to see. Not bad. That definitely turned out pretty good. I love this one because you can see the two spiral arms on this one. That turned out really, really well. I still got to get that, what is it, the field flattener fixed because it is horrible on the ends. But the stars in the middle look pretty good. Yeah, stars in the middle look, it's a tiny, tiny, tiny bit out of focus. I thought I focused this really well, but that is really good. You can see the arm right there, and then you can see the arm right there, so it looks like it's an S. And then what I could do is I could take this one and move this one here, and then you can actually see what it looks like between the two of them. You can actually see it. So you got these two bright stars, 1, 2. That's these two right here. You got these two right there, are these two right there. So you can actually see like an S. Now, of course, this is one exposure, which is not bad. And then you have this one here, which is that one right there. Now, I blew out the exposure just because I wanted to see what the stars look like with the drift. Eventually, when it's stacked, it's going to be like that dark. So that's what it's going to look like right there. And you could even see some of the red there right in the between right here. Then when I get a bunch of these, then you're going to start to see the actual thing in the middle, which is that red stuff right there. And it should start to pop out. And then when you have this one here, that's what these two look like there. So Not bad. Not bad for one exposure. We'll see what it looks like here. Because I want to know if this is a focus issue or if this is a drift issue. I'm pretty sure that's a focus issue. I don't really want to touch it because it is looking really, really good. And that is pretty awesome. And then you can see, since the last time I've taken images with this, the dust motes are virtually non-existent. You have one little tiny dust mote there, one little one up at the top right, and then one at the top left. But overall, you can't really see much for dust motes since the last time I did it. So it's looking really good. And dust motes for the QHY, let me see. Go to fit to window and blast out the exposure just to see if there's any. No, there is no true dust motes at all on this. I did have one dust mote that was a big one right in the middle of the screen that I got rid of. There is a galaxy right here on the actual image. That one, and actually, we can figure out which one that is just by doing star matching. That is naturally, it does not show up. It does not show up on this one, but have no fear, I can look it up. It would actually be right here. It would be, because you can see these two bright stars, 1, 2, and then there's a third one there, 1, 2, and 3. So it would be right there. I can actually tell you what galaxy that is. Just give me 1 second. The name of that galaxy is NGC 3077. So actually, if I could search it, NGC 3077. Searching. Boom, right there. So for some odd reason it doesn't show on, I don't understand why, but it wouldn't show it, but that is this galaxy right there. So it is on there. Let's take the exposure back down a little bit. And then we'll do zoom. We'll do one time. That's this one right there. And that is a 10th magnitude galaxy. Pretty awesome. 0.5. It's not bad. So we'll go 2 times just to see. There we go. And then we'll just leave that one there on the left side. And then we'll take this one and bring that one down just a little bit. If only I would have focused that just a little bit more. And the electric focuser is coming for this one. It's just taking time, but it is coming for this one to make this a little bit easier. And then, of course, with this braking on me doesn't help any. Then I had to do it by hand and going back and forth. One of the greatest things, though, I have to admit, though, between the two cameras now is that I have them both oriented the same way. So now you're not tilting your head sideways, upside down, backwards, trying to figure out what star is what. It's pretty self-explanatory to know that these three stars, 1, 2, 3, are these three stars, 1, 2, and 3, and that you have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this way I can go back and forth and figure out where I am in for really dim objects, and I can figure out where we are. So we'll be back when the second set is done. Okay, we got about a minute left on the one on the right, and the one on the left just finished. So we'll be able to see what these stars do, if this is drift or if this is a focus issue. Not bad. It did not move, so that is a little bit of a focus issue. It's just not terrible at all. That is beautiful. That star barely even moved. That is great. God, I love that galaxy. That is phenomenal, that galaxy. That turned out really well. That's really cool. And that's not bad. I mean, that's not bad at all. Stars barely moved, so that is not bad. Like to see is for Deep Sky Stacker Live what we got for monitor the two images and stack them. Huh. Yeah, if only this was focused just a slight bit more, this would be perfect. Oh God, I'm so tempted to focus it. That is a really good image. I think I'll just leave it. It is what it is. I can always process the stars to make them smaller, to make them more oval, so it won't be a huge deal. They're not that bad, so I can always process it out to make it look a little bit better. So the galaxy's the most important thing, and I'm really liking that. That is a really cool image. I'm really, really liking that. So we're going to move that to the left. So the one on the right is just the one 14-minute exposure. The one on the left is just... Wait, why did it only stack one of them? Not stackable. I wonder why. Let me see why. It looks fine. No transformation found from reference frame. Why? I don't understand that. That's weird. Okay. Well, we'll just stack it with this and see what it turns out. The stars don't move. That's just awesome. Let's see what this looks like. It's going to take like 10 seconds. Why? What? Oh. There. Oh. There. I did. There. It's because I had it at 85%, not 100. Now, granted, you're going to see some specs and stuff, but this is just a rough, just see what it looks like. Let me try. Try that. One benefit of having a great laptop is that this thing can stack in a heartbeat. What I'm doing here is I'm just matching the colors so the three of them can match. So this way there's no overlap. Yeah, that's a lot better. Okay. Yeah, that's a ton better. Now, of course, with flats and darks, these dust motes will go away.